Coming up on SUTV, we'll tell you about recent news in Cedar City.
And more about what's happening around campus. Stay tuned.
Someone had fun today. Hey, sweetheart, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. How's our little guy?
Now I lay me down to sleep.
Looks like I'm stuck working late tonight. Probably won't be home until closer to 8.
Oh, that's okay. I have got a laundry list of emails to send out.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Yeah, he did great. We had so much fun today.
If I die before I wake,
Try over and
Welcome to SUTV News. I'm Cormac Bone.
And I'm Christina Schweiss.
There are soda shops aplenty all around Cedar City, but up Highway 130 past the bowling alley in Enoch lies one of the area's lesser-known soda establishments. The Big Sipper recently received a minor overhaul and offers numerous out-of-this-world specialties, such as the Sunbeam and the Shooting Star. Want to add some taste to your water? Try one of the Planet Hydrate waters, such as the Zero Gravity. Be sure to give one of the gourmet popcorns a try as well. The Big Sipper might be a little bit out of the way, but this outer space-inspired soda shop is well worth the blast-off to Enoch.
About a month ago, the Southern Utah University Student Association and the Student Involvement and Leadership Office held a community conversation to discuss House Bills 261 and 257, recent pieces of legislation that will affect inclusion efforts on campus. Many students expressed distress over these changes and shared worries regarding their future and safety and security. Faculty also attended the event, offering support and sharing alternate resources available to students. Ariana Marroquin, SUSA's Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, helped organize this event so that students could hear from their peers and discuss the future of diversity efforts on campus. Hector Cedillo-Tejas, the president of LSA and a member of the DEI Council, shared his own feelings about the bill during the conversation.
I think the goal tonight was just kind of to allow students to cry, to feel, to express any frustration, confusion, or anger that they felt toward the bill. Because, I mean, we had a couple students just come out today, like they've just been spending the time in the room reading the news and not knowing anybody else to go to or to talk to about it. And so I think this was this environment to allow people to actually grieve, to feel a sense of community, and to hopefully get some change and some hope and courage out of all of this.
Cedar City residents are already going bananas for the newest treat shop in town. Dippers serves frozen delights in the form of chocolate-dipped bananas with toppings of all sorts. Run by local SUU students and siblings, Olivia and Ian Small, Dippers got started with a booth at the Cedar City Farmers Market. On January 30th, the duo opened up their official location and were met with incredible reception. Dippers is located at 18 North 100 West across from the Johnson Center here in Cedar City and welcomes all in their new adventure.
During this cold season, there are fewer places to be outdoors. For a place with the right temperature and plenty of room to move around, Quail Creek is the right choice. Quail Creek State Park is located in Hurricane, about 10 minutes away from St. George. The temperatures are perfect for families or friends to go relaxing. This is also a popular place for fishing. Because of the cold weather, a lot of people who live in Cedar City choose this place for fishing. Not only that, but the park also opens up a water park in the summer where kayaks are available for rent. Inflatable platforms are set up on the water for an adventurous experience. This is a rare experience during this season that you can get close to the nature for activities.
Students looking for entertainment with friends need look no further than Noggin Games. Noggin Games is a locally owned and operated game store with all manner of tabletop and card games. There's something there for everyone. With a comprehensive demo library and play space, Noggin welcomes guests to enjoy the atmosphere in the store. Combined with its active local community and regular scheduled events, Noggin Games is a must-visit for those looking to spend a night of fun with friends.
Spending time outdoors is difficult in the winter, especially when snow and ice cover popular recreation trails. The Cedar Canyon Trail is one of the many paved trails in Cedar City. The 2.7-mile trail begins at Cedar Canyon Park and follows Coal Creek alongside the Canyon Road. Taking just about an hour to complete, this is a popular trail for people looking to get outside in the winter. Cedar City helps to maintain these trails year-round to keep them dog, bike, and wheelchair-friendly.
The Thunderworks Makerspace hosted their first Fix-It clinic on Monday, February 12th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. The Makerspace, located in the Engineering and Technology Building, Room 106, is a campus resource for creation. With professional tools and equipment such as a laser cutter and a 3D printing station, all students are welcome to come learn in the space. At Fix-It clinics, students will be taught by a repair coach on how to maintain their belongings to reduce the waste of fixable items. The next clinic will be held on March 11th. To learn more about the resources at your disposal, visit the Thunderworks Makerspace webpage on suu.edu. Stay tuned for more on SUTV News.
We'll be right back.
For too many people, this can be the gateway to opioid addiction.
My son was in pain. He needed something after surgery.
I was prescribed opioids. I didn't realize the risk.
Our family was changed forever by opioids.
Meet 3 everyday Americans whose lives were devastated by opioid addiction.
Everyone says it can't happen to me.
It can't happen to me.
It can't happen to me.
Tell that to my son.
Tell that to the 3 million people who become long-term opioid users every year after surgery. The truth is, we didn't know we had options other than opioids after surgery, but now we do.
I never thought addiction would be part of my life story, but it is.
Visit planagainstpain.com/gateway to hear their full stories and learn about non-opioid options for managing pain after surgery.
Back news. As the program gained more traction this last year, Cedar City begins to reestablish itself as a gateway to the movie industry in Utah. Our reporter Bryson Olson has more on the recent commemoration event on filmmaking in Utah.
The Cedar City Tourism Office partnered with the Utah Film Commission on February 3rd to kickstart the commemoration of 100 years of filmmaking in Utah. The event featured a film titled Finding Deadwood Coach, written by Professor John Smith and produced by the SUU Advanced Video Production class. Along with Finding Deadwood Coach, several films created in a 48-hour film competition from the weekend prior were also featured at the event. The competition allowed new and upcoming filmmakers to hone their creativity and technical skills in filmmaking. As film becomes more prevalent in Utah, directors like Reese Kaiser are excited to see the progress of the industry.
It means that I think that we could really bring film to Utah. Right now, the film industry is decentralizing away from California. I think it'd be really cool if we can actually get people to come to Utah, and I know the Utah Film Commission is doing it. They're trying to pave the way for future filmmakers. So I think that people should just start getting more involved in the film community.
The Utah Film Commission features an exhibit on the 4th floor of the state capitol, along with a traveling exhibit to celebrate the 100th anniversary. If you would like to learn more about filmmaking in Utah, you can also visit film.utah.gov. That's film.utah.gov. For SUTV News, I'm Bryson Olson.
St. George is full of outdoor activities. Our reporter Keller Sherman has more.
Dixie Rock and Red Hills Desert Garden sit adjacent to each other in the red foothills of the biggest city in southern Utah, St. George. Want to follow up your hike at one of the STG's most notable landmarks with a casual walk through a garden? This could be the place to go. We spoke with a local about how they highly recommend this place.
I really love Dixie Rock hike because it's just so peaceful and relaxing, and it's really not that difficult, so pretty much anyone can do it. I would say it's a beginner's hike, which I love that. There's a lot of versatility. People can use it and stuff. And yeah, it's just really gorgeous, and I just love it. It's a really great place, and especially right now at this time of year, we're so blessed to have such beautiful weather. So yeah.
At Red Hills Desert Garden, a leisurely walk will result in encounters with various plants and even some fish in the stream that flows through the garden. Visitors can read more on these botanical features and aquatic life while strolling through the park. It can be a great reward for completing the somewhat challenging yet beginner-friendly hike next door at Dixie Rock. Breathtaking views of the city can also be seen from both the garden and the hike. From SUTV News, I'm Keller Sherman.
Coming up on SUTV, we've got the weather. Stay tuned.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hey, did you buy something from some gaming site?
What do you mean?
Yeah, look, there's a bunch of different charges on here.
Do you think someone stole our credit card information?
I don't know. That site sounds familiar, though.
Yeah, isn't that the site that Billy's on all the time?
You don't think.
Billy? Stop and think before you connect. Playing online is serious business. Visit dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect for tips on how to be safe online.
Welcome back to SUTV Weather. I'm Brooklyn Monson, and we're going to take a quick look at the Cedar City weather here. But first, I just wanted to welcome back all of our T-birds from our amazing spring break. It was a wonderful, wonderful temperature, and then all of a sudden we got blasted with snow and rain and crazy weather. So hopefully everybody is safe. Please, please, please. Yes, and also, happy National Personality Awareness Day, because it's Multiple Personality Day, and that's basically me whenever I'm on here. So basically, let's keep moving on. This is a live stream that is not working, so we're going to skip that. Here's our weather forecast for today. So we're just going to have some cloudy weather for the next couple of days. It should be some nice, like 50-ish degrees. So it should be pretty nice for you to like go have walks, go outside, explore nature a little bit more. The snow should be melted. And then for this weekend, we are going to be moving into this more sunny atmosphere here at Cedar City. So a perfect time to, you know, head up to like Bryce Canyon, stuff like that. Since we are, you know, the school of the national parks. So honestly, the weather is going to be looking pretty nice here for the next week. I'm really pumped about it. It's not going to be cold anymore, knock on wood. And here's the radar. It's just a little bit rainy up in Bryce Canyon right now. So if you go up there, it's going to be a little bit muddy, a little bit more snow and mud, stuff like that, just because of the higher elevation. So be prepared for that if you're going up the canyon, stuff like that. So be safe, but maybe go down, spend some time in Cedar, St. George, stuff like that instead. And that is all that I have for you today. Thanks for tuning in. And now back to you, Christina and Cormac.
Thanks, Brooklyn.
Wow, I was going to say the same thing. That was jinx in my head.
That
was
crazy.
Crazy. I love this weather. It's finally spring vibes.
Yeah.
And I can wear a jacket because it's still a little chilly, but the sun hits my skin. I'm like, oh, so happy.
You were in Arizona, so you missed all the spring break weather.
That's true.
Bryson, my roommate, he was talking about the snow, and he was so disappointed. I was like, bruh.
Snow was nasty, but sun, here we come.
Coming up on SUTV, we have more on SUU women's basketball and national sports news.
Stay tuned.
Micro, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do. And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Welcome to SUTV Sports. I'm Aiden Mortensen. Starting with local news, both the boys and girls Panguitch basketball teams won state. For the boys, they defeated the Rich Rebels in a shootout season finale, winning 55-48. Cash Iyer was the leading scorer for the Bobcats, ending the game with 18 points on 42% shooting. On the girls' side, it was the Bobcats defeating the Tabiona Tigers for their 14th state title in school history. McKenna Owens led Panguitch in scoring for the game, ending the night with 22 points. Spring break is an opportunity for students to take a break and relax from school, but for two SU students, they took a very special opportunity. Over spring break, two SUU students had the opportunity to participate in an internship, producing and providing commentary for the 1A state basketball tournament. Students Dallin Richards and Aiden Mortensen had the opportunity to work with 1aball.com throughout the tournament, learning skills from camera work to running a TriCaster stream.
I think the best part is just being here, seeing all the local teams come out and all the communities coming out supporting them. It brings a great environment, and I mean, watching basketball is always great. The pair also had the opportunity to meet public figures like Governor Spencer Cox and University of Utah President Taylor Randall. The duo covered 30 of the 56 games of the tournament, gaining experience in all areas of sports broadcasting. Favorite game so far was definitely the Milford girls today winning in overtime on a buzzer beater three-pointer. It was electric over at Richfield High School, and I mean, just seeing the fight to play for another day after being down by 13 in the second half and then coming back, forcing overtime, and then a freshman hitting the shot was cool to see. For SUTV News, I'm Aiden Mortensen. For SUU Gymnastics last night, the Flippin' Birds came away with a big win against BYU, defeating the Cougars 197.125 to 197. Freshman Nia Randolph set a new school record in the all-around, ending the night scoring 39.6. It's a big week for the SUU women's basketball team, looking to clinch the final playoff spot in WAC Vegas. First, taking on Stephen F. Austin on Thursday and UT Rio Grande Valley on Saturday. A sweep of these teams almost guarantees entry into the postseason. The SUU softball team continued their winning ways over spring break at the UC Riverside tournament, going 3-1, capped off with an 8-1 victory over UC Riverside. In national news, last night the Utah Jazz snapped a 7-game losing streak against the Washington Wizards, 127 to 115. Leading the way was Jordan Clarkson, who had 38 points on the night. MLB spring training has begun. The World Series participant Arizona Diamondbacks have gotten off to a rocky start, going 5-6 so far into the preseason. Kyle Garlick leads the D-backs in hitting stats, batting .364 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. That's all we have for today. From SUTV Sports, I'm Aiden Mortensen.
Thanks for the update, Aiden.
You know, one of my groups held a soccer event yesterday, and I had so much fun. I miss soccer so
awesome.
much.
Yeah.
It's like I got out and we were kicking a little ball in the court, and I was like, dude, what have I been doing with my life?
Right?
I need to get back into it. Ugh.
I used to love soccer. Not so much anymore, but soccer was a good time. You know?
Dude, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I could be a goalie, defender, scare people.
True.
Ready.
True.
Next, we will talk about things happening on campus.
We'll be right back.
In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music just like other families do over sports, camping, or other interests. And we talked. Little everyday conversations from silly to serious that built a foundation over time. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic.
Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life.
And I was so grateful that you and Mom had become these sober, stable people who were always there for me.
I wanted you to know, from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now, that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, whether it's music or anything else. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Welcome back to SUTV. I'm Cormac Bone. Here at SUU, the communication department is experiencing new changes. Here's Caden Houchin with more.
The SUU Communication Department held a ribbon-cutting ceremony in the AFEC to showcase their new labs opening on campus. Live demonstrations were put on by the various labs to showcase the capabilities and opportunities students and faculty have access to.
The event is designed to introduce the new labs in the Communication Department. 3 new labs in the Communication Department are available now for students and for off-campus entities. The Virtual Reality Lab, the News Lab, and the Brand Lab that students can use, and also students can use in their classes, but also off-campus entities can use these services to create messages and graphics and to do research, like in the Virtual Reality Lab.
Overall, the Communication Department is thrilled to have these new labs on campus. For SUTV News, I'm Caden Houchin.
On the night of February 22nd, SU students were treated to fun at the International Food and Festival Night on campus. Students were able to go on a culinary and cultural journey around the world. Without even leaving Cedar City, attendees visited countries like Japan and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Each booth was a gateway to different corners of the globe, offering authentic dishes, traditional drinks, and arts and crafts. Each item reflected the rich tapestry of different cultures present. There was something there for everyone to enjoy. There was even live entertainment from the Pacific Islanders Student Association. This night was a true melting pot of cultures where people from all walks of life came together to share in the joy of food and connection. The International Food and Festival Nights was a celebration of diversity, unity, and the universally loved language of food.
I think my favorite part is just to meet new people, because everyone shows, because it's free food, so everyone's like, oh, we love free food. And then you can meet so many people, and you can also get to know the culture about all the countries that we're putting food for. So I think it's just amazing, because it helps people opening about like internationally, what are the culture, what food are like people eating in which countries. And I think it's a great event.
In spring 2024, the 3 hosts of Thunder 91's morning radio show, The Morning Brew, are celebrating a whole year of working the show together. Christina Schweiss, Aiden Mortensen, and I have changed how we ran the show when we first started in spring 2023. This year, each weekday has its own special mini-game, like Would You Rather Wednesday or Tangent Tuesday. Aiden and Christina will be graduating at the end of the year. So stay tuned to hear who hosts next. You can listen into our show every weekday from 7 to 8 in the morning on Thunder 91.1 FM.
In order to have a richer after-school life, SU students go to Sock Hop Live. Sock Hop is organized by a dozen SU students who prepare weekly performances with local artists. And a special event called Y2K Night is one more excuse to dress up.
A special themed event, Y2K Night, organized by Sock Hop Live, was held at the Johnson Center in Cedar City. DJ Jock from St. George was invited to perform for the event, and it attracted many students.
I help run a little organization called Sock Hop Live, and we specialize in doing weekly concerts. So every Tuesday, we do $5 concerts, but we've been trying to expand, so we're playing around with some different alternative events, and we wanted to have a dance night. So I thought that Y2K, early 2000s pop, and R&B would be a really good way to start that off, because because it's been a big trend. So we're just doing it to have some fun and bring the community together.
The event was well decorated and filled with elements of the 2000s. Those who came to the event dressing up in Y2K style costumes and take pictures with the set. It was like they were really back in the party thing of the 2000s. According to Grace Park, one of the event managers, they invite different bands to perform every week, and those bands are from Cedar City or even Salt Lake City. They try to give the audience a better experience by having variety musics.
It's good. I mean, they also have a lot of live music here every week, so I've been here a few times, and it's a cool little spot.
Don't forget to follow the SUTV Live's official account for more information about the shows. For SUTV News, this is Rachel.
On Tuesday, February 13th, SUU students were able to take a break from academics and be treated to a spectacular Mardi Gras celebration. The event was adorned with colorful decorations and music from a live jazz band. Thanks to the combined efforts of the Student Programming Board, the Black Student Union, and the Center of Diversity and Inclusion, attendees were able to immerse themselves in the rich culture of Mardi Gras celebrations. Students were able to get a taste of the festivities with traditional king cake, engaging arts and crafts, and the social experiences involved with Mardi Gras. Typically celebrated in places like New Orleans, SUU students were able to celebrate it right here in Cedar City, Utah.
At Southern Utah University's Communication Department, things have been hectic due to multiple changes and a new course.
Ryan Steinekert, SUU professor and KSU station manager, is shaking up the curriculum with a focus on sports broadcasting. Here on Southern Utah University campus, Professor Steinekert's new sports broadcasting course has high hopes among students looking to pursue work in the sports media industry.
I would describe it as a hands-on overview of sports broadcasting. We cover a lot of different things from play-by-play to color analysis for TV, for radio.
Having filled all available seats for its debut semester, student interest and engagement is high. Multiple students currently taking the course have reported positive interactions and excitement for the class.
It's also exciting because I love to broadcast, I love to speak, get my voice heard, and so this way I'm allowed to get my voice heard in a different way than I normally do. And so on Friday, I'll be able to talk to a bunch of people about basketball, and that's going to be exciting.
Professor Steinekert has invited multiple speakers to cover their experience in the sports media field and share their insights on the industry as a whole.
We've had 4 guest speakers so far, including Spencer McLaughlin, who does the play-by-play for SUU. The BYU play-by-play guy, Greg Rubel, has been with the class. The Central Michigan University broadcaster, Adam Jackson, has been with the class, and I've got several more coming.
With high prospects and student support, the new course is slated for success here at SUU. Reporting for SUTV News, I'm William Heaton.
Thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for you. I'm Cormac Bone.
I'm Christina Schweiss.
I'm Aiden Mortensen.
And I'm Brooklyn Monson. Tune in next week for more.
Snowbirds!
So is anyone else scared of the Thunderbird?